Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome you to the fifth edition of Samurai Awards and Conference. And today is day three, the second session. As I told in the day one that it's not a T20, it's a test match, it's a marathon. So today is day three, and we are lucky to have Mr. Rakesh Agarwal, Managing Director and Founder, Laser Technologies, one of the important person I can say in the laser industry in the country right now, because laser technology is doing great work in the domain. And before off the record, I was saying to Rakesh ji that from Kolhapur to Kanyakumari, his machines, his solutions are there. And today, Mr. Rakesh Agarwal will be presenting a topic called Innovating It with Light. It's good to see you, Rakesh ji, and thank you. Before you walk us through your presentation, thank you for your support. And to give a background to our readers, it was a rainy day in Rajkot where I met Rakesh ji. We explained him about Samurai Awards, and 2 minutes he heard the concept and he said, "Okay, let me back this event. I feel there is a lot of potential, and I can see it's a sync because since he is doing great work in the industry, it's a good platform for laser technologies also to support us to successfully host this event. Thank you, Rakesh ji. Now over to you. You can have your presentation.
Yep. Thank you, Dinesh. And as you said, when I heard about Samurai Awards, I felt that, there are a lot of awards for, Indian Bollywood or the other celebrities. And there are very few people, recognizing the efforts of Indian industry. And right now, like we had a good wave when, my condolences to, Ratan Tata ji. Everyone loved it, and they have made a big change in the industry. And now a lot of media houses or a lot of people, they are recognizing Indian industry manufacturing as well, and they are celebrating it. So that's a big change in recent years which I have seen. And Laser Technologies is wholeheartedly in this favor, and we will promote any such event or any such award ceremony or any such effort being taken, to level up the Indian MSME, because that's the vision of Laser Technologies, where we started. The whole concept or the whole idea before starting, Laser Technologies was to empower Indian MSME with the affordable yet cost-effective solutions, which were the innovative but not present in India that time. So that was the whole concept, that we will bring those innovations, those technological advancements in India, and that can help Indian MSME to grow leaps and bounds. So that was the whole idea, and we are very happy that we are religiously doing this, and we are successful in our mission. So that's the background where I would like to start. And now I'll give a brief introduction about the laser applications, because many of our users or many of the common people, they don't know uh, what is laser or where it is used. But let me tell you that from morning to evening, we encounter more than 110 laser applications, knowingly or unknowingly. So it's a big part of our daily life. So I'll throw some light on that, and what India is doing, what is the market for India in that, and at the end, what LTPL is, trying to do in that particular segment. So allow me to brief with some presentation. Yeah, yeah. So I'll share the screen. Yeah. So today we will talk about industrial applications of laser and its future. Okay, so we will have a walkthrough. There are very short, very brief topics wherein I'll cover. And if you have any questions, you can put me an email or put me a message. So I'll be happy. So there are various applications for laser, as I told, from morning breakfast to evening. And yeah, few of them I'll brief you during the presentation. So what is laser? So laser is, you can say it's a focused, intense, and coherent light, that can be used to cut, weld, mark, or do any surface treatment of any metallic or non-metallic applications. So when or scientists or researchers, they found the laser, and they, they innovated it, and then they, got the laser beam. It was a solution which was waiting for the problems to solve. So they, they invented it, but the applications were still unknown. And with time, there are so many applications which are now being done on lasers. It's a non-contact process. So it can be used in cutting, it can be used for welding, cleaning, or laser marking applications. Okay. So laser cutting applications will start with, it is basically, used in the automobile industry. So wherever you see a car, so all the body in white applications, like the outer body of the car is cut on 3D laser cutting machines. And a lot of lasers are used for the internal parts as well, to make the exhaust or to make the powertrain. Then we have aerospace and defense. So a lot of cutting of, say, very thin material like aluminum for aerospace, or hard oaks for defense, to make, the bulletproof vehicles. So most of these materials are cut on laser. Then there is furniture industry. So wherever you see any dining table or a sofa set or a kitchen furniture, laser is used to make its frame of the table, or to cut the legs, or, to cut the metal part of it. So we have supplied machines to Nilkamal, or supplying to Durian. Godrej vendors are using these machines, just to give you an idea. So all the metal furniture is being, made on laser machines. So laser is an integral part over there. Your kitchen, like your gas stove or the chimney, that's also cut on laser these days. Then we have agriculture industry. So all your agricultural equipments, they are cut on laser. JCB, if you say Sani or Hyundai, like all this construction equipment also, the boom, barrier, most of the things are cut on laser first, and then, the further process goes on. Similarly, we have cabinet manufacturing, like whatever gensets you are using in your housing society for backup, for power backup, the main metal is cut on laser. You see lot of racks, or lot of storage equipment in your gym, or, wherever you go to a shopping mall, all those metal finishing is cut on laser. You enter into elevator, if you go anywhere, that elevator, complete cabin is firstly processed on laser. The cutting is done by laser. Then there are a lot of fabrication industry, like you have a safety grill out of your house. So that safety grill is basically done on laser. So whatever design you want to cut, whatever shape you want to cut, you just need to give it a drawing, and the laser cuts automatically with that particular design, with highly accuracy and good quality. So that's where, laser is used. You see your lot of motors in your wiper, or in your mixer grinder, or even, when we talk about space industry. So the stator and rotor, the electrical lamination is used in all the stators and rotors for the motors. So that is, lamination is also cut on laser. So it has got variety of applications, especially into metal industry. When we say in non-metal industry, I'll say the uh, die board cutting for the packaging, or the acrylic cutting, the leather cutting, paper cutting. Whenever you see a good greeting card or a wedding card, and a Ganesha is there on that, or a flower is, pasted on that. Be it shoe industry. So whenever you buy a LV bag or anything, there is a lot of laser applications on leather as well, packaging, printing, textile. So yeah, you can say there are infinite number of applications, and as I said, there are more than 110 applications where, a common man encounters every day. So whether you are getting a trophy made of acrylic or made of wood, or whether you are getting a gift, where your photo is printed or, engraved, that's all done with laser. So that's the beauty of laser here. Apart from laser cutting, then comes the laser welding applications. So the first comes in my mind is die mold repairing. Wherever, if you are using a pen, or if you are using any plastic bottle or anything, any connector, everything, most of the things are made by die mold. And to repair that die mold, we have to have a laser for repairing it. Then comes the battery welding. So right now there is a lot of emphasis is on EV. So all the batteries, be it the and all the cells, be it prismatic cell, everything is welded on with the laser, with the help of laser, and it's a big boom now in industry because a laser, the welding is a universal process. If you are doing it with laser, there is very low heat affected zone because we are only hitting the path where we are, welding. Otherwise, in conventional welding, the whole part becomes heated and there is warpage in that. But with laser, you can avoid that. So low heat affected zone in the laser. Then the speed is quite faster. The weld quality is better. There is no post process, almost no process. So we have a customer who is doing, who was, the end product, the complete product from, entering raw material and exiting the finished good was taking about 24 hours. And welding was a big pain because cutting, bending, everything was a bit easier process. But welding was taking lot of time because of its post processes, finishing, buffing, everything. With the help of our 5 laser welding machines, now that 24 hours job is being done in 2 hours. So that is the beauty of laser welding, that you can, increase your production, increase the quality, product quality. So that's one example here. Then we have supplied machines in furniture industry. So all the, legs or wherever you don't want to see a rough weld, wherever you want to see a good weld quality, you have to use a laser here. Then medical equipment manufacturing, because there the demand, of quality is a lot, and it has to pass through several tests and several certifications. So you have to have a good weld joint, and it should pass through so many tests. And laser is one of the answer here. And lot of medical companies now, even in India, they are using lasers for its welding applications, be it endoscopic equipment or be it pacemaker which goes into your heart. So all these medical equipment, they are being welded on laser. Then the automobile industry is again a user of laser welding. So the roof brazing, if you see any Audi or a BMW, there is no black, that plastic, that rubber over there. So they do laser welding, laser brazing application. Similarly, if you see a gear of, where that gear is also welded on laser. If you see the door weld now, Tata is installing a new welding line in Sanand for the doors. So all the stitch will be welded with the help of laser. So here you can save a lot of material also, because conventional welding, the spot welding requires almost 25 flange, but with laser there is no need. You can reduce it to even 5 So that's the beauty that, like, you are getting more production, you are reducing the wastage, you are saving a lot of material, and the production is also very fast. And the fabrication industry. So all the, gensets, canopies, or recently we were lucky to, test one Vande Bharat, the engine, the mounting of engine of Vande Bharat and some other applications we did with laser welding, and the result was beautiful. So if you see, there are a lot of applications, and recently, I always say that laser is going to be a kind of household item. So we got an inquiry from Delhi, and someone called, like, just just on a lighter note, that his frame of specs has been, broken, and he want to weld it with laser. So can he do it? So now laser has become so much popular that even a common man is thinking on such applications. And yes, that's doable as well. And from laser welding, we go to the laser marking and surface, like laser cleaning. So in laser cleaning, we can decoat it. So if there is an extra coating, or if you want to remove some paint, or if you want to clean the weld seam, if you want to rust remove. So this application came recently from one of big automotive, that they were making doors, and during rainy season, monsoon, the doors, they are getting rusted, some part of it, and they have to, throw those doors, the car doors, and we cleaned that with laser, and it was really a successful application. And then we recently we got another inquiry wherein a statue, got lot of dirt on it, and we cleaned that dirt. So lot of such applications nowadays coming up. You can remove the marking on your corrugated boxes with the help of laser cleaning. You can remove the glue, you can remove the dust, you can remove the oil, anything which is, with the metal is getting corroded, so that you can remove with the help of laser cleaning. And that's very new application, and lot of people are working on this. And then comes the laser marking and etching. So any logos, so आपका like अगर आपका wrist watch है, so you have a logo of Titan or any other brand. आपने spectacles पहने उस पे logo रहता है Ray-Ban. आपने ज्वेलरी पहनी है, सो हॉल मार्किंग वहां पे रहती है. आप कोई अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बाय करने के लिए जाते हैं, सो लेजर इज यूज्ड फॉर मार्किंग. Also for traceability, like all automotive parts, gears, bearing, everything should be laser marked so we can trace it. We can make a QR code or a barcode or with the help of laser. On leather, if you see, the applications are like, on your shoes or in your bag, there are a lot of branding, be it Baggett or be it Red Tape or Woodland. All the logos are marked with the help of laser. Your jeans, the tag is being marked with laser. The knife we use in kitchen is marked with laser. The bathroom fittings, say Jaguar or anything collar you are using is marked with laser. There is a lot of fabric marking nowadays, very popular on your curtains or on your jeans or on your fabric also. You can have a lot of laser marking. Then there is 3D engraving and wood marking nowadays popular. You can make different sculptures out of it. You can make different logos or different photographs out of wooden material or a stone material, wherein you can engrave an image, and it gives really a good feeling on that. And then there are a lot of decorative items like your water bottles are there. So most of the laser, the water bottles are marked with laser. All your phone accessories, say it cables or the adapters, or the phone itself is marked with laser. Your USB pen drives or all your switches which we use at home. So on off, everything is done with laser. So there are a lot of applications for laser marking, wherein in gifting industry also, if you are getting a pen with your own name like engraved on it, that's laser. So now you can, think of the lasers and the uses of it in your daily life, because whenever I go, wherever I go, I always try to find out, कि यार यार इसमें क्या एप्लीकेशन है लेजर का, इसमें लेजर कहाँ पे यूज किया हुआ है. So if I go to any
Correct.
hotel or in any shopping mall or anywhere, so I found that, there are a lot of laser applications, be it
Yes.
marking or welding or cutting. So that's a brief, and apart from this, there are lot more other applications, and yeah, which is, very difficult to cover in such a short span. So where is laser market as on date? So if you see, in 2023, the market was almost US dollar 14.1 billion with a CAGR of 8.5%. And by 2030, the market will be 25.5 billion USD, which is almost double, in today's time. So in 7 years, we are going to see a double growth in laser market because of these applications. And now there are a lot of medical applications coming up, related to your cancer or your heart, so many disease, DNA sequencing or your, LASIK for your eyes. So lot of things going on, background for the medical industry. So that will also boost lot of things going for the diamond applications for cutting, bruting. So all the diamonds which you use or wear, that's also processed with laser. Lot of packaging, all the FMCG, market. So चाहे आप होटल के अंदर 1 रुपए का आप कॉफी पाउच देखें, उसके ऊपर भी मार्किंग लेजर से रहेगी. आपने या बिस्लरी का अगर आप यूज करें बोतल, जो भी मार्किंग या लेजर से रहती है, या आप कोई भी फूड का पैकेट लेके आते हैं, कोई भी चिप्स का पैकेट लेके आते हैं. So
Yes.
Balaji, Haldiram, ITC, all these, big companies, Hindustan,
Correct.
HUL, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Bisleri, everyone is using lasers, and hundreds of lasers everywhere
Correct.
in that particular processing. So that's, growing in a big way. So where India stands in this global market? So in India, the market is $1.31 billion, which is almost, you can say, 5 to 6% right now. But the CAGR in India is 18.5%. And
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that we will cross this CAGR, and by 2030 we are going to have almost three times, as per the report, as per our study, the market is going to be 3.57 billion US dollar. And so there is a lot of
Okay.
potential I see here. Because if you see globally, if there are 100 lasers sold worldwide, we are using 4 or 5 only, while China is using almost 36 to 37 lasers out of that. So we are seeing that 10 times, gap between China and us. And now, as there is China plus one policy, people are looking at Indian market. So
Yes.
this is going to increase definitely with more CAGR. And I believe 18.5 is very conservative. It will be almost 30% CAGR. So we will be
Okay.
almost at 5 billion USD by market size in 2030. So that's my assumption, and that's my hope as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are the key growth, driving these factors? Well, there is a lot of government initiative, Make in India, PLI, and there is a lot of subsidy. Indian government is, trying to make more and more in India, so that will boost. Then there are very much sunrising sectors like exports, electronics. We are seeing a lot of mobile phones or tablets being made in India, and everywhere laser is being used, or be it automotive. So the Indian export market, Indian infrastructure market, everything is growing at a very high pace. And everywhere we see lasers. And that is the driving factor. The another thing is technological advancement. So now we are talking about femtosecond or the picosecond or ultra fast lasers. And there are a lot of new applications being covered, and especially into medical industry, and that will again drive manufacturing in India, and then it will again drive the laser market. Skilled workforce and R&D. Earlier people were not that much aware about laser, but now a lot of research institutes are doing a lot of R&D on laser and its applications, and they are innovating new applications. And that will again drive, because we were not having a good awareness about laser, and that's where we were quite behind in this particular segment. But now we have taken over that, and we are on a good growth path. So these are the driving factors, I'll say. So LTPL, as I told you, we were incepted in early 2011. Right now we were just two people, and now we are 122 people. Our vision was to transform the Indian MSME with the latest technology, which should be cost effective, which should be affordable. So I always say that once upon a time, laser was a luxury in 2010, and now it has become like a commodity. So
Yes.
most of the Indian MSME, they can use lasers, and they can buy lasers, be it welding or marking or cutting. And that's thanks to the hard work we are putting since last 14 years almost. Yeah. So with that idea, we are growing with Indian MSME. And yeah, we want to bring all the high-end technology from across the world. And we also want to make and innovate this technology in India. And we want to be a part of global growth here. And with this vision, we are partnering with many high-end companies, many tech savvies for this particular segment, laser and optics and photonics. And we want to deliver the world-class product, exceptional product from Laser Technologies side. So a brief timeline, like we started in 2011, early 2011, and with that we have learned a lot. We have grown a lot. So from a 5 lakhs rupees loan to 200 crores turnover, we have seen so many things in between, so many ups and downs. We are the first choice of many world's leader companies for the laser in Indian market. We were the first to install a 6 kilowatt machine in India. We were the first to advocate the fiber lasers in Indian market. We were the first to install the biggest laser for BLU signage industry. We were the first to introduce the biggest textile marking machine for carpets and for the curtains. And we were the first to introduce the fastest machine in leather industry, in printing and packaging industry. So we have achieved a lot during this journey. Yeah. And we have now a lot of branches, lot of people working with us. In 2022, we opened a laser source repair center in India that was first of its kind. So earlier, if there is any problem in the source, you have to send it to China or Germany or anywhere. But now you can repair it in laser. In 2023, we have opened a customer experience center and a laser gurukul in Pune, and the laser cutting machine sales was more than 2000 by 2023. So that's again, the one of the highest number. And in 2024, we started manufacturing, marking, welding, and also designed our first bending machine. So that's where we are growing now, and we are slowly entering into manufacturing. These are some of the partners: HSG for our fiber laser cutting, GCC for non-metal applications, Rodomac for heat exchanger welding, pillow plate welding. So we have already installed two machines in India, in Chennai and Faridabad. They are working with dairy industry for the milk tanks, or the beer industry, to keep it cool, the beer, and yeah, it feels, good, chilled beer. So we are making sure that, it is being, served you fresh. So all the heat exchangers from these companies will be made on our laser welding machine. For bending machine, we are working with GHBM. It's a Chinese company and delivering fantastic machines. For laser welding, we work with Alpha Laser. It's a German company, and we have installed more than 100 machines here in India. We work with Eagle for the high power and the fastest laser cutting machines. SCI Laser for non-metal applications. It's an Italian company, and Stifelmeyer for the one of the best laser cutting machine for electrical lamination. So we are partnering with all these big companies, having it their forte and expertise in specific domains. We have recently introduced Laser Gurukul. So we have, I think, trained more than 50 people here. We teach students or the operators how to use laser, how to troubleshoot it, and we also teach why. If you are changing a focusing lens, why you are changing. So based on that, there are from 3 days to 3 weeks different courses for laser welding, laser marking, and laser cutting. So you can come here, and you can get an hands-on experience with the machine, with the parts, and you will also get theoretical training. So it's a good concept which was kind of giving back to the society from LTPL. Yeah, and we are shaping the future with precision and innovation. That's our motto. Our core values are like excellence, reliability, customer centric, expertise, passion, progressiveness, and integrity. We highly, adhere to our core values, and that's the only thing which we will never leave. So, and that's the thing that we are growing so fast, fastest in this particular industry, and we are always with our customer, always want to be their growth partner. And we have 8+ branches in India to serve you, to be close to the customers. We are equipped with all the technological solutions in all the branches. We have more than 7,200 customers in last 14 years. So you can say 500 customers every year on an average, which means more about two
Adding.
machines every day. So that's the kind of growth which we have, or that's the kind of speed we have. These are, some of the clients. So few of them like Tata or Kirloskar, Siemens, Godrej, Tallinn, Archie's, Bosch, Foxconn, Motherson. So we are present everywhere. IIT Bombay, lot of CRI pumps, Neil Kamal. So there are a lot of different customer segment which we cater to. We were also lucky to receive many awards. Two of them was like we were covered in Changemaker of Indian Industry magazine, and the book where our story was published. We
Yes.
were awarded by MP Priyanka Chaturvedi ji for our CSR initiatives. Our Executive Director Pankti Agarwal was also featured live on Doordarshan for the women empowerment and the other CSR initiatives. We were also awarded with most enterprising business engineering excellence award. So lot of things, lot of feathers in the cap. And we are very happy that industry is recognizing our efforts and they are awarding us with that. So we want to empower the Indian MSME with latest technology. That's our motto. Thank you. And now I appreciate if you have any questions or if you want to learn anything from my side. Yeah.
Thank you, Rakesh ji. It was a masterclass, and when we discussed that you will present, I thought you will start with, the company details and all. But I know you are a very smart man, and to add value to our readers, our listeners, it's a fresh perspective for me also to understand. Like you said, as a curious man, you yourself want to understand where lasers can be used. So for me also, it was like a short masterclass where I was very carefully also saying, okay, this is where lasers can be used, whether it's a like you said, belt purses. None the options are numerous. It's like you said, how you are perceiving. And I have, I know it's a Monday and you are very busy, but I will take my opportunity to ask a couple of questions. One, as I told in my intro, that you are a very important man in the laser industry, or you have become over the years a very important man because of your work what you have done. A as a serious observer, as a founder, and somebody who's working very extensively in laser industry, what has changed over the last 10 years according to you in the laser industries is that people are adopting laser at a very high rate. What is your observation, sir?
Yeah, the observation, the one thing which I mentioned earlier also, that we were not aware about the laser applications, and there was no education also much about the laser applications, and it was not economical as well. Before 2010, the laser was like a luxury. It was like a dream to many of us that we should have a laser. So it was not reaching to the masses, and that's where we entered. And that's where we also started. We had our first laser show in India in 2010. So we were the technical partner of the show. So we wanted to bring the technology in India. We wanted to bring suppliers to India. So if there are, say, many suppliers, if there is a lot of competition, the price will decrease. Number one. If people are aware and they are using lasers a lot, the quantity increases, the price will drop. So those are, few of the things. And then the invention of fiber laser, especially because earlier the CO2 laser was very bulky, it was very difficult to handle. There was a lot of operative costs involved in that. But with fiber laser, it has become a kind of, a layman's play. So, anyone can play with laser, anyone can make a laser now. So there are so many integrators or so many manufacturers in India. Almost you can count more than 100 people. And earlier there was almost two or three only making machines in India, but now there are more than 100. So the kind of adaptability came because of its cost effectiveness and because of its applications, which were discovered, in last 15 years. Yeah.
Okay. And you have always said, and in our previous discussion also, we spoke that, LTPL is, empowering MSME. The your idea behind, getting into this industry is to help MSME. So, according to you, what is the biggest challenge current Indian MSME is facing, and how, as a company, as an organization, or as a founder, you are trying to bridge that gap? It is, I would like to hear on
Yeah,
that.
so the first thing was the MSME facing in laser industry was to, the awareness or the training. So to
Okay.
help that, we have opened a laser Gurukul where you can send your operator. If you are a company or if you are a college or university, you can send your students, ITI, diploma, 12th. So
Okay.
they can be an operator. If they
Okay.
are good, if they have good skills, they can be an engineer. Not only in my company, they can go anywhere. Okay, and they like
Right.
there are so many companies now in India. So they everyone
Okay.
needs laser service engineer or sales engineer. So they can go there. Or if you are financially very much sound, then you can also become an entrepreneur. You can buy a machine and start your own business. So we are helping with the skilled manpower here. Number one. Number two, we are also helping by stock and selling. So we have
Okay.
almost 30 crore rupees of stock of different machines, laser cutting, laser welding, bending machines. So earlier, what happened to what was happening that if you order a machine, it used to have 90 days time till it
Yes.
reaches to you. So you have to pay the rent, you have to pay the interest, you have to wait for
Yes.
3 months to start the production. But now you
Correct.
can start it in one day because we have the
Oh,
machine in stock. So no need.
okay.
So that we have calculated, and it's about 20 lakhs benefit if you are having a
Oh,
laser, next day, not 30, not 90 days. So
okay.
so we are helping that way that you order a machine now and you get it tomorrow.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And Rakesh ji, एक और चीज पूछना है तो टॉप अप ऑन दैट. Now you have a laser Gurukul. So if somebody wants to join a course, so what is the process क्या है एक इंडिविजुअल के लिए कि you have a month में you have got certain schedules, or somebody, let's say somebody sitting in some part of the country, उनको join करना है, because like I said, young Gen Z, I see people want to get into something which can help them to build a business. So process क्या है कि monthly schedule होता है where they can look up for कि courses कैसे देखें, how they can enroll. I want to understand that.
Yeah. So we have a special team for that, and we have
Okay.
special faculty for that. We have got
Okay.
machines also for that. So if
Okay.
anyone is interested, they can reach us. We have a Laser Gurukul website also. They can reach us that
Okay.
what kind of course they want to learn, be it laser
Correct.
marking, laser welding, laser cutting, specific course, or if they want to do everything together. So
Okay.
we
Okay.
get many emails, many interest for such training, and then we group, the like-minded students or the like-minded
Yes.
people in a group, and then we inform that okay, your group will start on this and this particular day, because there are
Correct.
simultaneously so many groups working. Maybe
Correct.
someone is getting trained on welding, so we have a 3-day course also, and we have a 3 weeks course also. So
Oh,
it depends on the interest, and we also want to check the background. We will also give the certificate. We will also
yes.
take them to the industry to have the hands-on experience. We also work on their personality development. We have
Correct.
the external faculty also kind of mentoring for to them. So there are
Correct.
a lot of options which we can add, but again it depends on the interest of the student, and they can
Correct.
reach us anytime by via email or via WhatsApp.
Correct. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn any way to understand EV welding, cutting, there is a beautiful facility in Pune. Do check out Laser Gurukul website. Go with your interest and check. Rakesh's team is ready and they will be helping you out. Rakesh, two quick questions before we close this
You have so many questions, I know.
we sum this. One, you take advantage for my you travel world. I have seen you in all the major events, major conferences. You were there in Italy, you travel the world. What is the market sentiment you are seeing abroad, and how your market is in India? What is the change you see currently in 2024 when you travel outside as well as the country?
So the first and foremost change is everyone is looking at India. They want
Okay.
to start manufacturing in India, or they want to sell in India. There are two things,
Oh,
everywhere,
yes.
wherever we see. And
Correct.
recently we got a big order from a German company wherein,
Oh,
they want us to make their machines in India for cost
correct.
and, for more technological or the quality aspects. So
Correct.
that's one change wherein, people or from US or Europe, they want to come to India and they want to start their manufacturing in India. And they also want to have a technological tie-up with India because they know that China plus one policy will be there and they have to be a part of it. So yeah, a lot of interest in Indian market especially, and we are double than the population of entire Europe. So our market
Correct.
itself is quite big. So,
Correct.
that's where
Yeah.
I yeah on that.
Correct. And Rakesh ji, I have seen you have beautifully presented your German journey from 2011, when you founded the company, 2011 till now. So and a lot of these days ये startup का माहौल है. Everybody want to do startup, and manufacturing is something which is a capital intensive market. People need capital. So as a founder, as a young Rakesh Agarwal, what lessons you want to give it? Because I want to always have takeaways for my readers. As a young founder, what Rakesh ji will advise people who want to either get into laser or manufacturing or any startup, what they should do as a founder what boxes they have to check to make their company successful.
So here I will say, I always say there are three P formula here. So the first P is passion. So whatever you are doing, whatever you love, you know, follow your passion. Never, try to quit, or never, even I also tried one time. That's the different
Correct.
story. But you have to follow your passion, whatever you love.
Correct.
Money is byproduct. Second P is patience. So you have to have patience. Don't lose hope.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Patience is really
Yes.
very much needed. ये बिजनेस करना तपस्या के जैसा है, तो
Correct.
आपको वो तपस्या करनी पड़ेगी. देयर इज नो
Correct.
शॉर्टकट इन दैट. Third P
Correct.
is person. Like I always say, person. Person, I mean,
Yes.
that can be your friend, that can be your father, that can be your wife, anyone. So one person is very much important, who is
Correct.
always with you, who is always supporting you. Like
Correct.
for my third P, I have my wife Pankti. So her name
Yes.
also starts with P.
Yes.
So I have her supporting me in everyday, tasks, and that's very much needed, because whenever it's not a straight curve. It's a lot of
Correct.
ups and downs will be there. Lot of you
Correct.
know thin and thick will come. So
Correct.
you will need someone wherein you can go, and who is always encouraging you that no, don't quit.
Correct.
I'm with you. Get going.
Very, very
Yeah.
valid point. And Rakesh जी, one thing comes to my mind very quickly. एक चीज आया है कि सॉफ्टवेयर एज अ सर्विस चल रहा है, ओला है, उबर है, जोमेटो है.
Mhm.
भी हम भी यूज करते हैं, आप भी. यू मस्ट, सिंस यू आर टेक सेवी गाय, यू मस्ट बी यूजिंग ऑल मशीन एज अ सर्विस. फॉर एग्जांपल, ये कंसेप्ट बहुत लोग बात करते हैं, मशीन एज अ सर्विस, जहाँ आई वांट टू रेंट इट आउट फॉर 6 months or 3 months. डू यू थिंक machine as a service has a future in this? If somebody wants to do something on machine as a service as a startup or something, आपको लगता है ये फ्यूचर है इस प्रोडक्ट का, आई गेस?
We had this concept way back in 2021. So we
ओके.
thought, we will give machine on rent as the number one, and second concept was also machine on wheel. So we have a
हाँ.
machine, on the trailer with all the
ओके.
accessories. It will go to your site. It will produce for 6 months or 8 months, and then we will bring it back. Uh,
करेक्ट.
but we found lot of challenges here. Number one was that time skilled manpower to operate,
यस.
or to have that machine, to maintain that machine. Number two
करेक्ट.
was the depreciation, because in our industry the depreciation is huge, and we cannot get that kind of returns on that. And number three was the installation and dismantling is again a very very difficult task, and the accessories needed for this is also a bit expensive. So right now
करेक्ट.
we tried this. We gave machine also on rent for quite some time.
करेक्ट.
Right now it's not a profit making
ऑप्शन.
business. It's a loss making
करेक्ट.
business. But yeah, Ola and Uber, ATM, everyone is loss making. So if you
यस.
get appetite, if you get that kind of
करेक्ट.
funding,
करेक्ट.
it can be in future. But
करेक्ट.
not right now with your own money. It's
ओके.
very difficult. Yeah.
Okay. And my last question, when I say last, this is my last question, Rakesh ji. One message from you to MSME and somebody who wants to buy their first laser machines. Because like you said, आप भी कभी founder थे. So there are so many young people who want to get into factory, small factory, 2 machine, 3 machine setup, because like you said, India is growing, infrastructure market is growing, people need laser technology. So as a first time buyer, what, or your message to MSME and the first time buyers, or people who are looking for machine, what they should look out to, what is your message so that they get a right machine?
Yeah. So first of all, do completely, KYS. So know your supplier, and
Okay.
know their product, and have a long term vision. Don't fall into कि सबसे सस्ता वाला मशीन लेना है, क्योंकि सस्ती मशीन खरीद के आज तक कोई अमीर नहीं हुआ है. तो मेरा
Correct.
तो ये है हमेशा कि look at the value, look at your return of investment, ROI. So if you are buying a machine, say 100 rupees machine, and it's giving ROI in 2 years, and then you are buying a machine of 150 rupees giving ROI in 6 months, so better buy that.
Correct.
So
Yes.
check that ROI, what kind of ROI you will get from the machine, what kind of value addition you are getting, and what kind of your supplier is, having its references, the machine. specifications, the service setup, because laser machine is really a big technical thing, and you need a proper support, spares, service, everything should be there, reference should be there, and it should be thoroughly checked. So that's my only advice, that don't fall in a short term goal, and yeah, look at the long term, look at the and calculate with
Correct.
point, everything. Yeah.
So it's a great message, message to the first time buyers or to MSME. Thank you, Rakesh ji, for this, I can say short masterclass. And it's always been, pleasure talking to you. As a founder, I still, me also learn a lot of new things because, like I always say, Mr. Rakesh Agarwal has a very sharp mind. He knows what to do, what not to do. As a founder, I also learn many things. And thank you for your support, Rakesh ji. And as a company, we look forward to, meet you and welcome you at Samurai Award 2024 at Taj Miramar, Goa. And we look forward to hear more from you on the future of jobs in manufacturing, where we look forward to hear your views how
So
jobs will be after 10-20 years. And any last message
मैं
before
मैं
we disperse, Rakesh ji?
मैं हमेशा वही बोलता हूँ कि whenever I go to expos, or whenever I travel abroad, I get so many people coming to me, where like even I don't know them, and they come to us and they ask for a selfie, or that
Yes,
you have inspired us, and
yes, yes,
looking at your story, we are also want to do something like that. And that's the ये जो है ना जिंदगी की, मैं बोलूंगा सबसे बड़ी कमाई है, कि अगर हम किसी को इंस्पायर कर सकें, और
yes,
कोई किसी की ग्रोथ में हम लोग पार्टनर बन सकें. And
yes,
yeah, I'm reachable for everyone, for any topic, or any support they want. I will be more than happy, to support you or to
correct,
guide you on that part.
correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rakesh ji. We wish you a successful day and see you in Goa, sir.
Surely. Thank you. Bye
Thank you.
bye. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
audience.
Bye, Rakesh ji.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dinesh.
Bye-bye.